18 kilometres out to the Geikie Gorge National Park. We're going to be there by 9 o'clock and we're at plenty of time.
Another one for you, Nico.
We've arrived at Geikie Gorge. This is the trailer parking area. Over there, the car parking area. Information centre. The river's just beyond those trees there. Public conveniences. This is the Fitzroy River on which Geikie Gorge is situated. The river's looks pretty decent from here. But in the wet season, I often have it stop it coming up here. And you can actually see examples of where it's washed up here. As you can see, it's been well washed up here on the walk trail. The Margaret River, it comes in and joins the Fitzroy somewhere around here, and there's a sandbar where it happens. I wonder whether that's the Margaret River coming in. Now, to put those flood levels into context, in 2002 and 1993, the peak of the roof was 2 metres underwater. This year, 2011, it was 500 millimetres underwater. In other words, half a metre. The river is down there and way down below the bank, as we showed you. Meanwhile, the floor of this building is situated 9 metres above river level. Okay, we're now on the Geikie Gorge tour, boat tour.
Catch us all tomorrow.
Now the bottom half, the top of that bottom half has got a straight line across the level of the white level there. That indicates the average flood level of the Fitzroy River. That's the average flood level up there, above that, the top of that white area. It does get higher than that some years. If you were to take the plug out of Sydney Harbour, completely drain it dry, this river could fill it up within 12 hours, no worries at all. If you're from down around the Perth area, your 5 dams down there, they could be filled within 5 hours, all 5 of them. They keep talking about damming this river and we keep telling them no damn way. Take a photo or whatever, have a look. Just please be conscious of the people behind of you that also may want to take a picture, and not one of your bum. Unless you've got a nice bum. Now these crocodiles are only adapted to taking smaller prey. You can see the size of their jaws. They've got a long, narrow, very skinny jaw. Now if they were to take on something that was a little bit too big for them, like a wallaby maybe, they run the risk of breaking their jaws and starving to death. So the back of this bank here on the right hand side, we can't see it, is a ancient Aboriginal sacred site for women. It's a place called Lily Pond. It's a beautiful big pond full of beautiful water lilies, fed by a freshwater spring. Now men are forbidden to go up there. Men can't go up there unless they're to meet their future wives. They have to be taken in there by a senior woman. Small crocodiles lying in the mouth of that creek. And they will collect small bait fish coming out of the creek. But they won't actually eat the little bait fish. When they've got enough, they will actually swim to the bottom of the river and crunch up those little bait fish in their jaws and create a burley trail. The Aboriginal people have adapted a hunting method like that. They will go and stand by the side of the river with their spears. A lesson they learned off the crocodile. You can see them all through the Kimberleys growing on rocks like that. their root system will actually go all the way down through the limestone, eventually working its way to the water level down in the river there. A crocodile on the rock there. What a way to spend a Sunday morning. Speaking of rock falls, we do have the occasional rock fall. The last major rock fall, they tell me, happened around 200 years ago. Birds flying in and out, they're fairy martins. Now these little birds migrate up here every dry season, and they get right into their breeding program, and they build these beautiful little mud nests all throughout the gorge under ledges like this. The reason they put their nest there is to keep them safe from predators like snakes and go in it. Believe it or not, we do see the occasional snake raiding some of these nests. But the 2002 floods did actually get higher than this year's floods. If anyone doesn't know, this year they went 300 to 500 mil over the top of the gazebo. Apparently he had to survive off the fruit of these plants at some stage. And they look like little brown golf balls, and they reckon that's exactly what they taste like. I haven't actually tried one. But anyway, they kept Mr. Leichhardt alive, and now the plant's got his name. The females have started to lay eggs. They'll go up in the sand there and find a suitable spot to lay their eggs. They also reckon the temperature in the nest determines the sex of the baby crocodiles. Erosion that have taken place over the millions of years. If you start from the top, and it's all vertical erosion caused by millions of years of rainwater pouring down the limestone cliff face. It's actually facing northwest again at King Sound. So we're about halfway along the river. One of the universities, Murdoch University from Perth, they did a study on the fish life in the gorge a couple of years ago now. And they came up with 28 different species of fish, including sooty grunters and mullets and whatnot. Just above the waterline. No. I can see a crocodile if you look at the top of the gorge up ahead of us. Just keep your eyes out up in the trees on the left-hand side as we go along. You'll get some idea of what gets washed downstream during the flood.
The gorge extends for another 9 kilometres.
pointy nose, big jaw, heavy brow, directly in front of us there. I wonder if anyone could recognise that profile at all. Don't pick on Julia Gillard just because it's got a big nose. It's an ex-president, not a prime minister.
Or, you know, people to fish in the river, obviously not in this section.
You can fish anywhere along the bank.
Yeah, right, but not out in your boat.
Done a bit of a ledge there. Far down to the rock.
There's a few perfectly balanced rocks at the top of the gorge as we're going along. If I could just draw your attention to the little window to our very left-hand side here. Balancing act going on between those two rocks up there that form the windows. Good chewing gum, mate. All the water was available and all the nice grass. But you can learn that part of the story if you ask. This peaceful little river we're on.